Curry just signed to the Golden State Warriors, which means that Steph Curry and his brother Seth will be teammates for the first time. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited about this. Seth Curry is 35 years old. But I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. I think Seth Curry is going to be Klay Thompson's replacement. And I think that Steph Curry and Seth are going to be the Splash Brothers 2.0. Now, Seth Curry, he's one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. He has shown that he can average, 15 points per game in the season. He just has to be on the right team that utilizes him properly. And when you look at what's happened these past couple years, in the NBA, the teams that he's been on has been unable to utilize him properly, right? He was playing on Charlotte, only average, 6 points a game, 9 points per game. Then he was on Dallas for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The last time he really was utilized the right way was when he was playing with the Philadelphia 76ers, where he averaged his best points per game in the season, which was 15 points per game in the season. He was shooting over 46% from the three. And I feel like Golden State, when you look at the Golden State Warriors system, it is literally the perfect team for Seth to be on, because the Golden State Warriors, they prioritize three-point shooting, right? They don't care if you're a center, a power forward. They prioritize three-point shooting. And Seth Curry, not only is he a good three-point shooter, but he can shoot threes off the ball. He can create his own shot. You understand what I'm saying? And he's playing with his brother, who's the greatest three-point shooter in the history of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely know for a fact that Steph and Seth are going to be working really hard together to play off of each other for this upcoming season. And listen, man, even though Seth Curry is older, right? He's 35. Like, he's exactly what they needed with Klay Thompson leaving. If you guys look at Klay Thompson leaving that Golden State Warriors team, they haven't been able to fill that void of having a second guy that can consistently shoot threes like Klay Thompson did. Even when Klay Thompson came off of those injuries, he came back and won his fourth NBA championship with the Golden State Warriors. His last season playing for the Warriors, he averaged 17.9 per game. And I think Seth Curry is the perfect guy to fill that role, right? Jimmy Butler is not a great three-point shooter. Can he shoot threes if he's open? Yes. Can he shoot threes in the clutch? Yes. But is Jimmy Butler a consistent three-point shooter? No. He's a mid-range dominant player. He likes to get to the rim. He's a great mid-range shooter. He likes to post up. He's an average three-point shooter, right? Kind of like similar to a LeBron James, right? Like, Jimmy Butler, he's never going to be a three-point shooter like Steph Curry or Ray Allen. Seth Curry, the best part of his game is shooting threes. That's the best part of his game. Since he first came into the league after, he worked his way up from playing on the D League on the Santa Cruz Warriors, he came into the league, shooting threes, which is why he's been around for so long. You understand what I'm saying? He's been playing in the NBA since 2013. The reason why he's still playing right now is because, he's a great three-point shooter. In the NBA today, they prioritize shooting threes. So I'm very excited about this. I think this increases, shout out to the Warriors, man. They had a very slow offseason, but for them to pick up Al Horford on a multi-year contract, he's a big man who can play defense. He can shoot threes. He can get rebounds. And for them to get Seth Curry, these are two perfect additions to the Golden State Warriors system. What a lot of people don't understand is, bro, is the Warriors is a system. And when you play in this Golden State Warriors system, as long as Steve Kerr is the coach, you have to play a certain type of way to benefit the team as a whole. And if you don't play that way, then you hurt the team. This is why Jimmy Butler looked like dog shit in the playoffs, because he was traded in the middle of the season. He didn't have enough time to properly learn the Golden State Warriors system. And he was so used to being the number one option on the Miami Heat that him coming to the Warriors, he didn't want to disrupt the system of the Warriors, right? Even when Steph Curry got injured and Jimmy Butler was supposed to be the number one option, he just didn't feel comfortable just playing like himself. But now that he's had a full off season, he's going to have a full training camp. He doesn't have any injuries coming into this next season. He's 100% locked in on learning the system. I think that this team is going to be really good. And I think that Seth Curry is going to take even more pressure off of Jimmy Butler, because now Jimmy Butler can just play his game. He can get to the paint. He can do the mid-range shots. He doesn't have to worry about just being a guy that just stays at the three-point line and, shoots threes or passes the ball to Steph. No, now you got another guy. You got two guys. You got one guy that's going to be in the starting lineup, Al Horford, and you have Seth Curry, who's going to come off the bench and provide three-point shooting. And listen, don't be surprised if Seth Curry works himself into a starting position playing shooting guard next to Steph Curry, because these guys are obviously going to have a lot of chemistry together. They're going to play very well off of each other. And don't be surprised if at some part in the season, Seth Curry is in the starting lineup at shooting guard. Do not be surprised. You understand what I'm saying? So shout out to Seth Curry, man. I think this is long overdue, but I am a strong believer in things happening for a reason. And listen, man, Steve Kerr also had something to say about this, about why the Warriors decided to sign Seth Curry. Let me read you guys this article from Yahoo Sports. It says, let me see. He says, "I think it's awesome," Kerr said Wednesday on Seth joining his brother in Golden State. "When I got here, I think Seth had just played in Santa Cruz about 11 years ago, and then he set off on his own course and made a really good career for himself. I think the timing feels right on this. I don't know if the timing was right over recent years. We probably didn't have playing time for him. He was in a place where he was going to teams and playing and making money. And it just feels like they're both at a point in their careers where this makes a ton of sense. I'm thrilled to have Seth to see the two brothers side by side today at our meeting. It was pretty awesome. After going undrafted in 2013, Seth signed a non-guaranteed deal with the Golden State, but was waived and later signed by the Memphis Grizzlies. The Warriors will be his 10th NBA team as he enters year 12 in the league, with former Warriors guard Klay Thompson serving as Steph's partner in crime for 13 seasons, earning the Splash Brothers nickname. There was no room for opportunity for Steph's real brother Seth to fit on the Warriors. But when Thompson left Golden State for the Dallas Mavericks last offseason, the Warriors have been trying to find someone to fill the void of Thompson's consistent sharpshooting." So you guys see how I started off the video telling you guys that Seth Curry is going to be Klay Thompson 2.0. He's going to be basically the second version of the Splash Brothers. Steve Kerr is saying the same thing that I said, bro. I told you guys that, bro. He's saying the same exact thing that I said, bro. Like, this is going to be the Splash Brothers 2.0. It was supposed to be Buddy Hield, right? It was supposed to be Buddy Hield, but Buddy Hield isn't consistent. Buddy Hield, he don't really got that dog in him. And Buddy Hield, a lot of times, bro, he's too laid back on offense, bro. You know what I'm saying? Which is why they need to get Seth Curry. Also, Podziemski, he's still young. He doesn't have the experience to fill the role of a Klay Thompson. He has shown last season at times he can be, a good player, but he's only going to get better as time goes on, right? So yeah, it says when Thompson left Golden State for Dallas Mavericks last offseason, the Warriors have been trying to find someone to fill the void of Thompson's consistent sharpshooting abilities, experimenting with players such as Brandon Podziemski and Buddy Hield. Now Seth also addresses that void as he averaged a career and league best 45.6% from three-point range on nearly 3 attempts per game last season with the Charlotte Hornets. So not only is it a feel-good, wholesome storyline, but the brotherly bond hopes to benefit the Warriors as they push to get back to a championship contention with their aging core. So shout out to the Warriors, man. This team definitely is old. Al Horford is like 40 years old. Draymond Green is close to 40. I think he's like 36, 37. Steph Curry's 37. This is an older team, but I think they have a good mixture of young and older players, man. You need to have some veterans on the team that have that championship experience. Because think about it. You got three guys with the experience. You got Al Horford. He won a championship with the Celtics. You got Steph Curry, 4-time NBA champion. Draymond Green, 4-time NBA champion. I think they got a really good mixture of young and older players, man. So shout out to the Warriors. Hopefully Steph Curry can get back to the finals and get that 5th ring. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, share the video, leave a comment. I'm out.